Here's a quick look at the championship standings before the 8th round of this championship. You can see that we've dropped back slightly from Nico Rosberg. We're now 31 points behind him, and Raikkonen has in fact overtaken us and moved up into second in the championship. We're 3 points adrift of him as well, so we're going to need some strong showings in the next few rounds of this championship season.
Welcome to the Austrian Grand Prix.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to episode 7 of my Back to Front challenge on F1 2015. This is round number 8 in the championship. It's the Austrian Grand Prix from the Red Bull Ring, which hosted Grand Prix for the first time for 11 years, I think, in 2014. It's a very short lap, this one. On the option tyres, you could be doing around 107 on this track. Fairly straightforward track as well. I think there's 8 turns. They're all medium to low speed corners, so a relatively simple track to get the hang of. It's got quite a nice flow to it, but like I said, not a very long track. And my pace here is reasonably good, I think, so this could be an interesting race. We're starting at the back as usual. If you're new to this championship, we're starting every race from last place and just seeing in the 25% race how far up the grid we can get. This is a fairly standard looking grid. You've got my teammate Rosberg on pole, again, as per usual, and the 2 Ferraris just behind him in second and third. And I think Valtteri Bottas was 4th, with Massa in 5th place. Tyre-wise, I'm going to do what I've done quite often so far in this series. I'm going to start on the primes and have the fuel on standard until my stint at the end on the option tyres. So away we go here in Austria. As usual, not the best getaway, but we might be able to gain a couple of positions back down into turn 1. In fact, we do better than that. We've moved up 4 places, although that's Jenson Button alongside us, although we're going to have the superior engine power to get ahead of him. So that's P16 off the line. We may gain a few more positions now down into turn 2, and we do. That's another 4 positions, maybe 5? No, Perez holds on. So we've moved up into P12 now. That's a pretty decent start to this Grand Prix. We may be looking to get down inside of Perez into turn 3. We had a little look, but ultimately we're going to stick behind him for now and hopefully get him on the pit straight at the start of the second lap, which we're going to try and do now. We'll have a look up the inside, and that's us into P11. And because Ricciardo's so close ahead of Perez, we might be able to gain another place into turn 2. Turn 2 is the best overtaking opportunity on this track by far. And there we go up the inside of Ricciardo, and also up the inside of Marcus Ericsson, who pretty much jumps out of the way of us as we came through there on his inside. And he's still side by side, coming down towards turn 3. We'll have to be wary of him on the outside and just keep it on the inside. And we've done that, so that's P9 with Maldonado next ahead of us on track. So we've caught the 2 Lotuses, and we're right up behind Maldonado, in fact making contact. Coming out of turn 1, we're going to be looking up the inside into turn 2 again. This is my favourite spot to overtake, and that was quite a straightforward move again. We're going to have DRS as well coming off that turn, so we'll be able to pull away. Next up is Romain Grosjean in the second Lotus. I'm coming towards the end of lap 3 now. We're right up behind Grosjean. We might get him into the last corner as he backs out of it as we come alongside him, and we've got DRS on the exit, so that means we're going to be able to move away from him and up into P7 now at the start of lap 4. Coming up to the end of lap 5, starting lap 6. It's taken us a couple of laps, but we've caught Daniel Kvyat and we've dipped under 1 minute 10 on the primes for the first time. And in the slipstream, Kvyat with the Red Bull powered engine is not going to have an answer to us. We might be ahead of him before we even get to the hairpin, and that is exactly what we've done. So we're in P6, and ahead of us, battling over 3rd place, we've got 3 cars. We've got Raikkonen and the 2 Williams. We can see here Raikkonen getting alongside Bottas. So he's moved up into 4th, and he might even have a look up the inside of Massa as well. He has done. That's a double overtake from Kimi Raikkonen on the 2 Williams cars, which are among the fastest cars in a straight line on this game. So that's a mighty overtake there from Raikkonen. We've now got the two Williams going side by side down the pit straight, and Bottas has got past Massa, and we've caught up right up to the back of Massa, gone a bit wide on the exit. Massa's in the slipstream of Bottas, but we're in the slipstream of Massa, so we'll be getting a really good tow here up towards turn 2, and we've gone up the inside and we've outbroken ourselves slightly, made a bit of a mistake, and Massa's got back through. So that was a bit of a sloppy move from us there, but we have moved up into 4th place here on lap 8. And looking at the back of Felipe Massa now. And as we come towards the end of that lap, we can see Massa going into the pit lane. So that's moved us up into 3rd place. We've got Raikkonen ahead of us. Vettel is leading the race, although Raikkonen's pitted and Vettel is leading this Grand Prix. Oh no, both of the Ferraris pitted at the same time, it looks that way. Vettel is ahead of Rosberg, so they must have pitted. Well, we know Vettel pitted, we saw the Ferraris both pit at the same lap, and Rosberg has definitely pitted, so Vettel is leading this Grand Prix now. Into the pits we come at the end of lap 10 to put on some fresh options and see what we can do. Vettel's already gone past, and now Rosberg's gone through, but that's quite a surprise to see Rosberg not leading a Grand Prix. And you've got Raikkonen and a Williams there side by side, so we are in 5th place, and I think it's Bottas just behind, so that's Raikkonen and Massa battling together over 3rd place at the moment. And now we're coming onto the back of this pair. Raikkonen's got DRS on Massa, we've got DRS, we've gone past Massa, we've gone past Raikkonen as well, and we've moved up into 3rd place. And now it's time, for the first time this season, for a battle with my teammate Nico Rosberg. That's a new fastest lap for the race, so we've got good pace on these options, and we've got it in rich mixture as well. That's a good sign. And we set the fastest lap again for the 2nd lap in a row. We are definitely now closing in on my teammate. 5 laps still to go in this race. Coming up to the line again, and we've done it for the 3rd lap in a row. We set the fastest lap, so consistently going faster than anybody else on track. We're now closing in significantly on Rosberg here. Coming up to the end of lap 15, that's not another fastest lap, but we're in the slipstream with DRS, and we got the inside of Rosberg, and that's P2. We use all of the track on exit, but we're into 2nd place. The chase is on here for the win. Can we catch Sebastian Vettel with 3 laps to go? Coming up to start, lap 17, what's the gap? 2.5. It's going to be difficult from here. We're going to have to close in on him by well over a second a lap. Oh, I've locked up. I've gone a bit wide. I've gone a bit wide into that left-hander. That's not going to help me out. Last lap now. And the gap is just under 2 seconds. We've lost a lot of time on that lap with that lock-up that we had. It's going to be difficult from here. And we've locked up and gone wide again. These tyres are starting to lose their grip. Yeah, really starting to go off a bit here. I don't think we're going to be able to catch Vettel now with 1 sector remaining. Coming up to the line, we weren't able to catch Sebastian Vettel, but we've still managed to finish 2nd and finish ahead of Nico Rosberg, which is crucial in the championship race because we are going to close in slightly. I think Vettel was just behind us, so I don't mind losing out to him. It's more important that we've closed in on Rosberg. We'll have 18 points for 2nd, he'll have 15 points for 3rd place. So it's not a huge reduction in the gap, but it's a start. Hopefully from here we can build up some momentum going into the rest of the European season. Next up is the British Grand Prix, and then the Hungarian Grand Prix is the 10th race and the halfway point in this season. You can see there Raikkonen was 4th ahead of the 2 Williams cars. Rosberg with 2 stops apparently.
After all this drama, you'd be mad not to
I don't
tune
know,
into the next race.
he was only 4 seconds adrift though, so I don't understand how he could have made 2 stops. That's very strange indeed. So there are the championship standings. We're 28 points now behind Rosberg. Vettel's closed in, he's 1 point behind us, and then Raikkonen a further 2 points adrift. So we're all chasing Rosberg at the moment, but still with some ground to make up. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please subscribe and hit that like button. I will see you for round 9, which is the British Grand Prix. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you very soon.